Whichever of our make me laugh funny man movies is your favorite, it doesn't matter because your entire life has been a Truman Show spinoff. That's right. We're talking to you. Insert name here. Surprise. Corey, drop that beat.
Welcome to More Gooder Than.
What's up, home tree?
What? Marty is stupid. Boom. Marty, you moron. Have a good time. I actually very great.
1,000 years. Anyways.
Consider that a
Welcome back to More Gooder Than, where we rate and dissect pop culture one episode at a time. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Braden. I'm joined by my co-host, Corey Sasso.
What it is, players?
Oh, and Donnie, the deceptively beautiful car.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. For those of you joining us for the first time here at MGT, Corey, Donnie, and I each take sides on a predetermined movie trio and try and sway the world to agree with our opinions on which one is most goodest. And today we have more giant toothy grins, memory loss, and relationships built on lies. Lies, I tell you. Then you can shake a pre-Hulk Ruffalo at. He's so tiny. He's so little.
Yeah.
All righty then. Oh man, you guys remember that?
That was smoking.
Did you guys remember that when Jim Carrey did that thing?
Yeah.
You guys remember we did that
Yeah.
goofy
That funny
thing?
thing.
Now do it out of your butt.
No one remembers that anymore because he's serious now, guys. He's a serious actor.
He's an artiste now.
He's an artiste. And we chose 3 of those movies of him being serious in The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Truman Show, and The Majestic. We picked some movies of there's an entire generation that doesn't even know he's a comedic actor.
Right?
Like they know him as like the guy with the big toothy grin that paints pictures of political figures.
That weird shut-in that pops out now and again to make fun of conservatives.
When your grandpa says, I remember when he asked for banaka from his butthole. Do you perhaps have some banaka? Oh, that got me laughing something awful. Oh man, he was a funny man. Now he's all serious and stuff. Grandpa, geez, man, you got to chill out. No, I will not, but stop talking about man's anus. I don't even know why my grandpa's Southern. It's
really,
crazy.
Really changed vaudeville.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The anus bit.
Ooh, we're giving the Titanic episode a run for its money. So who's got what? Find out in this corner. Brilliant job. It was really good. I loved it that I said it. And then you're just like, yes, indeedy, I got this. I like that you use different ones every time.
Variety of blongs.
There's a surprise.
There's a lot of blongs.
A ton of blongs.
There was a
Mass
Reaper
Effect.
blong in there, right?
There's a ton of Reaper blongs. Yeah. Most of them were from.
Oh, most of
from
those were
Mass Effect,
Reapers?
Yeah. There is a blong at the beginning of like every time it says Mass Effect or Activision or whoever it is that does it. BioWare.
The whole time that every time the blong went off, I got to play some Mass
Only
Effect.
one of them was actually from the trailer for Inception. All the rest were all from Mass Effect.
Listening to the episode every so often, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of this system.
Right? I told Chris,
I am Shepard.
Like, man, editing that episode and adding those in there, like, I really want to play Mass Effect 3 again. Like, I got like a serious itch.
Screw this editing.
I need to play Mass Effect 3 now.
I do want to do screw Jim Carrey.
I just reinstalled 2 on my computer like 2 days ago.
Up until this point, 2 has been my favorite. 2 is the best. I do every loyalty mission. Yes. I do it all. It's perfection. I played 3 once, and I really want to go back because I don't remember everything that happens in it. I want to play it again.
I've been through 3 a couple of times.
Twice for me. I do my Renegade and my Paragon.
But did you get like the Leviathan and all the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
See, I haven't done all the extended DLC. I did watch Leviathan, which is just
that's my rap name.
Amazing.
Run DLC.
I don't know exactly what all the details, but like you go basically to the bottom of the ocean on that planet, right? And you see
find the Reaper,
the original like Reaper biotics, not biotics, but the biological versions of them.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Super sexy.
Yeah.
It's a 12-year-old spoiler. When did Mass Effect 3 come out?
Not 12 years ago, like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. That's long enough. You've had enough time.
Bad with time though.
But
yeah, because you've had the Spotless Mind thing happen to you. You went to Lacuna.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. My first time viewing this movie, I found it incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible film.
I didn't know if you guys would like that movie. So
I'd seen that one.
That one was going to be my pick, but you definitely can have it. I'll take the Truman Show because I love it.
It's great. Oh, and the thing is, I saw Truman Show in the theater twice.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys said your picks first because I forgot which one I was. I liked them all. I'd already seen Eternal Sunshine. I really enjoyed Truman Show and the Majestic, so I will take the Majestic.
Nice.
So sit back, relax, forget all that Jim Carrey anus talk. We're getting serious now, and let us show you our goods.
It's good.
Get some of them there quickies, perhaps some Manaka. Sorry.
Let me just get this quick out of my butthole.
Yeah, there you go.
The Truman Show. Heartwarming tale of the safety and security of being under constant surveillance. I actually didn't write this. I didn't have time. I asked Alexa to write it for me.
The Truman Show was a very good transition period for him because it's still kind of a comedy.
Still makes a lot of jokes.
It still makes a lot of jokes. He's still good.
Yeah.
He's
still doing funny stuff.
He's still doing his
He's still very bendy in this one.
Because then you go the full Majestic, which is when he's very serious. The full Majestic. That sounds like a really cool sex move.
It sounds like you're like a what's the where you have a trench coat and you flash people. It sounds like you're a flasher. I'm going full Majestic.
But under your trench coat, you have like a kingly robe.
I was thinking like a bejeweled dong or something like that.
There you go.
A codpiece of codpiece.
Why not both?
All of the things. But the Truman Show, man, it's a good flick.
It's really good. I think I laughed the hardest at all the product placement.
The brothers are pushing him against the door. That's you want to try that? It's the food, right?
Well,
and that sounds amazing.
No, well, she's like, oh, it slices, it dices, it does julienne, and he's like, who are you talking to? There's nobody here.
When did this come out? I forget. 98. Yeah. So I would have been freshman in high school when this came out. And the whole time I'm like, what did they do from age 12-ish to age 18 when he's masturbating 5 times a day?
Well, they explain that.
They do. But
they cut away and there's like music or something.
I know they talk about that and they say, oh, well, they just like fade away. But when they were going to have to do that for 5 to 100 times a day while he's furiously masturbating in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or did his mom because someone's watching him. That's always the thing to me that was going to destroy him afterwards. There's no way he's going to have a happy life because he's going to remember like, oh crap, that one time like I killed a pigeon just to see its life flow from its eyes or whatever. Like, but people seem to still like him.
That was in Eternal Sunshine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm getting them all mixed up here.
But yeah, still.
No, but masturbation aside, gotta throw it in there. I know they say, oh, they just cut to the windows, but it's like, man, what if he's having a particularly like heavy diuretic
Sometimes
day?
you got to dig something out of your nose.
Yeah.
When I'm home alone, I talk to myself and I say stupid shit.
Like if I am home alone, I have a shirt on and no pants.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, I definitely talk to myself all the time. And like my kids will walk in like, who are you talking to? Nobody, just myself. I just think out loud.
That's it.
Talk, yeah.
I crack myself up with like stupid shit that I say.
I've got into arguments with myself. Like there's literally like,
screw you, Corey.
No, there are like 2 voices in my head that are like one's real positive, one's negative. They're just arguing with each other.
I was just reading.
That's why we're never alone with you.
I know. Yeah.
No, but like when I'm thinking about like, oh, should I go run, a couple miles?
Should you stay or should you go now?
I'll say out loud like,
if you run, there will be trouble.
Like, nah, I can skip today. And then the other voice will be like, suck it up. You better get out there and go burn some calories. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm arguing with myself.
You almost said the N-word.
I did.
That's one half of you, because you're half black. So half of you was telling you the other one. And then the white half is like, oh no, don't say that.
Ass outside and run.
Don't say that, man. We don't say that word. No, but like there's just like it would have been crippling to him afterwards. Just like, man, they watched me do every stupid thing.
Yeah, like he'd have like horrible like anxiety now, like just constantly feeling like he's being watched or there's cameras and things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, even with no cameras, he is constantly being watched because the billions of people on the planet
for sure
are intimately familiar with him.
Yeah. Everything about him.
I liked how like you could just always spot like the cameras, like in the trash can. Yeah. Did you like take a notice of his ring? He always had a ring on it and had a big old thing on it. That was actually
the button cam.
The button cams. Yeah.
I did. Mine is like, how could Laura Linney like live with her? how do you go on you go on vacations and like it's your job. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's nuts. Yeah. The dad, I always feel bad for the dad too. The father. He got written out. They had to make him afraid of water. They should have just made him watch Jaws.
And that's what's so sick about it is that like, the psychological manipulation, to like, we're going to kill his father just so that way we can keep him here. So he never wants to go explore.
The first baby adopted by a corporation.
Yeah, my favorite is when he's like, when I grow up, I want to be a famous explorer like the Great Magellan. And she's like, oh, you're too late.
Everything's been explored.
Like, that's so messed up.
Oh, man. It really, really is.
Yeah, my youngest or my oldest son actually watched this with me, and I kind of had to sort of explain like why certain things are funny because he didn't quite get like that joke.
Yeah. I watched these all by myself. That's like with Titanic and Inception and Romeo and Juliet. Like that's I had captive audience for that one. This one was solo. Lisa's never seen Eternal Sunshine, and I really wanted to watch it.
How'd she like it?
She hasn't watched it. Yeah, she hasn't watched any of these. She's seen The Majestic. She's seen Truman Show. She hasn't seen. But I do want to say like, hey, just watch this one. You're just chilling. So
I watched this one alone. Melly had already seen this one. Yeah. And then she watched the other two.
Does April like these two?
She doesn't have time to watch these.
No, but does she like?
She did want to watch them.
Oh, but has she seen any of them?
She had seen The Majestic, and I think she had seen The Truman Show. I don't think she'd ever seen Eternal Sunshine.
Would you guys? So like, I always think Big Brother. Whenever Truman Show.
For sure.
Because like that's the closest we have.
Well, you're going to ask, would you guys watch the show?
I wouldn't.
You would watch it?
No, because.
I think I would.
No, I wouldn't because it just basically would be unedited Big Brother. And unedited Big Brother is unwatchable to me.
Oh, really? You don't watch the After Dark?
I can't. It's so boring because like it's just them like literally sitting there smoking.
Yeah.
The thing about it though was like.
They did have story arcs.
They had the greatest hits albums too. Like I'd probably watch the greatest hits.
The viewing populace genuinely loved this man.
Loved him.
I think he's gonna be okay out in the world because like they were so happy that the show ended and that he got out. Yeah. Like it was like that's what they were waiting for. It took him 30 years, but like there was just an outpouring of love from the viewing population.
They all were cheering. My favorite is the dude in the bath.
Yeah, exactly.
The dude in the bath.
Like they all were, like you said, were genuinely cheering, and there was like this the music swelling. Like there's that moment where you're just like, yes, like you're watching it along with him. Like you were happy that he did his little. In case I don't see ya.
And
good
earlier,
afternoon, good evening, and good night.
When it cuts out, they're like, when it cuts out for a brief period, everybody's like, what the fuck? What's going on? And when is it coming back on? So, but when it does come back on, and when he leaves, they get closure, I guess. Yeah. It's not the same as it cutting out. Like, they're happy for him.
But I mean, imagine though, investing 30 years of your life into a show, watching it for all that time.
Oh, it's
like what that would feel like.
It's like watching The Simpsons. Time
traveling, Matt Groening, Groening. End so epically, you know?
I mean, they were going to kill him. He was born on TV.
Christoph was. The rest were not. The rest of the people in the production had hearts. Christoph was just like, basically like, I own you.
Oh, he's definitely had a God complex going on. For sure. Well, I mean, as Ed Harris does in real life. Yeah. I love Ed Harris.
I loved how, and I feel like there almost should have been a little bit more of a pause, a little more of a beat when he's like, I am the creator of a TV show. You know? It'd have been better if he's like, I am the creator.
There needed to be a longer
pause. There needed a little longer pause. But obviously the joke was still there. Yeah. He was kind of playing.
We caught it. Did your boys like it?
Yeah, my oldest did.
That's good.
He enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't know. I was talking about The Mask with my brother because I was telling my brother's a huge, my youngest brother is a huge Jim Carrey fan, and actually, the older my brother gets, the more he looks like Jim Carrey. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Well, for sure, the like if I had to pick Jim Carrey movies to watch, I would have picked like Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber. And
but he said that he watched The Mask recently. He says it is unwatchably
I bet
bad.
Yeah, it'd be intolerable.
Because I had said that. I said like there's that one movie where I'd never want to watch it again because 18-year-old Chris thought it was the bomb.
Yeah.
I never did see that.
There's no way that now 35-year-old Chris is going to be like, yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah,
I thought it looked stupid at the time.
So this movie was the first
50 when it came out.
This was the first movie Jim Carrey did a dramatic role in, and he actually, as part of like his contract, everybody on set, all the other actors, everybody was forbidden from saying any of the phrases from his previous movies because he just didn't want to hear it. He wanted people to accept him as a serious actor.
Well, Alrighty then.
I'm sure there's probably some of those that were just kind of thrown in there.
I laughed so hard at Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I don't remember if I ever laughed at that hard at anything, but I also was 14.
We've talked about this one specifically in the past. Like it would not hold up.
No, there's just no way.
It's wrong socio-political time.
So much, yeah. It's just the whole idea to me. I don't think I would watch it. I just don't, because like I always think of Big Brother. Like I can only watch an edited 1 hour every 3 days for a summer.
I'm sure there are versions of it in this world, like on a different channel. I was just gonna say, like there was some stuff, like the original script was a little bit darker. So they had some scenes, like one was they actually staged like a rape that was gonna happen in front of him, and he was gonna witness it, and then he was gonna like basically just like run away and not help. And then all the people were gonna be reacting like, oh, that was kind of weird. He didn't say anything about it. He just kind of ran away because he was a little bit of a coward. They had some other things.
Good call, guys. Not to put that in. That sounds horrible.
There was like they were going to make it so that he had a drinking problem. The world he lived in wasn't as utopian.
The one more raw.
Yeah.
Well, they did that the first one with not Truman.
Yeah,
that was the first step.
They were going to have like they actually, I think they kind of mentioned it. Christoph talked about how they were going to have like a 2-channel kind of a setup where he was going to basically impregnate Meryl, and then they were going to have another channel that would watch Truman's son.
Oh, Truman!
And they were going to both be
like Nick and Nickelodeon, Nick Jr.
Pretty much, yeah. They were going to be like simulcast, basically. Yeah, it was a lot darker when they were first kind of working the script, but they made it better, lighter, and funnier.
Well, I'm glad they took out the stuff about him just hating Jews.
Yeah,
I know. That's it. Like they are so lucky that he turned out to be a good guy because he was raised by other psychopaths.
Yeah,
like everyone around him was a psychopath.
Yeah, and there was supposed to be a sort of a scene at the end, like once he walks through that door, there's actually staff there to stop him, and Christoph like appears. And he runs and tackles Christoph, is going to like choke him to death.
Yeah, it's like the end. It's basically the end of Get Out.
Yeah, it was a bit darker, but I liked how they ended it, where it's just sort of hopeful. He walks through the door.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to know what happens. I just want him to walk out the door.
Yeah,
of that gigantic.
He's gonna go meet Sylvia. He's gonna find out that they really never had any chemistry in the first place. And he's gonna come back and want to get back in the.
He's gonna meet Sylvia, find out that they don't get along, and he's gonna want his memory erased.
Oh my gosh! Is this a sequel?
Yeah.
What? It's amazing. This movie just got a lot better.
He's going to be eating a steak and be like, I know this isn't steak. Put me back in. I want to just put me back in. Make me an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody important.
What did Christoph think was going to happen? There's no way Truman would have. He's like, stay.
Christoph had a very high opinion of himself.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think he considered consequences.
He wore a beret.
Cared about it.
Yeah.
He wore a beret. When you wear a beret, you're making a choice.
Yeah.
You're making
Speaking of choices.
Ed
Harris actually wanted to play this character as a hunchback. I know it was kind of a weird thing. And they were just like, no, it's just too weird. Don't do it. But yeah.
Oh, that's.
Did you guys pick up on like the.
So why? No, I want to go back to the hunchback thing.
I don't have anything more.
Now, this feels like the wraparound from the Majestic. Well, what about instead of a guy in a beret, he's a hunchback? Yeah.
No,
I like
instead
that.
of a hunchback, he's a dog.
Let's ask the writer.
Yeah.
Great.
But this is that transition where like, okay, I'm done with the goof.
Yeah.
But like you couldn't just go full Majestic.
Which he wasn't done with comedy in general. He was just done with the silly comedy.
Yeah.
Because he still did Fun with Dick and Jane, which is hilarious.
Never saw it.
I can't remember if
doesn't it have Jenny Lerner in it?
I think it does.
I'm out. I'm out.
He did Liar Liar, which I think was
not after. He did that before
this?
Truman Show.
Okay, it might have been before, but I know it was somewhere in the late 90s.
But that was like less. Well, there was some like goofy rubber-faced bits in Liar Liar, but it was more like
you can't get rid of the rubber face.
Yeah,
he did Bruce Almighty.
Yeah,
those were comedies, but they were just more straightforward comedies.
I haven't seen most Jim Carrey movies apparently.
Now that we're saying it, I've seen. Now that I've seen these, I have seen every Jim Carrey movie.
Them all.
That made me a Pokemon.
Did you ever see? God, it was like 28 or something. There was like a
27.
27. Okay.
That's actually one of the ones I thought you were going to
Yeah.
Recommend instead of Truman
I
Show.
wanted to go.
Honestly, though, you just want to actually like enjoy these movies too.
I wanted to go very like emotional, like because what I was saying before is like Jim Carrey is one of those actors that like when he does his drama, man, like and his like eyes well up with tears, like he gets me, like it, and not many actors do.
The thing is, he's a very good actor.
There's a few. Leo can do it. Tom Hanks can do it, and this guy can do it. Jim Carrey can do it.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. No, I'm just kidding.
Tom Hanks can do it.
If Tom Hanks cries, it's
Yeah,
my dad crying.
Oh, really?
If my dad cries, then I'm gonna start crying too.
Yeah.
Gonna talk really high.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, did you notice that they like it's just part of the staging? They set like vitamin D pills around in the house.
Oh yeah,
because he wouldn't be getting actual sunlight.
I didn't catch that.
So it was like something that was just part of. He always had to have those supplements.
Why do we think that we could see the Great Wall of China from space? Where did that come from? We've never been able to see it from space. Oh, you can see the Great Wall of China from space. Remember, they were saying it's like the only with this
studio.
One of two structures
the
that can be
big
seen. Yeah,
one of the two structures. That's not true. You can't see it from space.
I don't know. I've never been to space.
It's not. I know. I'm just saying. Why is that so pervasive that we know that when it's not true?
I don't.
If you're naming like big structures, that's one of the first one that comes to mind.
You know what? It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. But
they don't call it the all right wall of China.
The all right. Do you guys ever watch An Idiot Abroad? No. You guys ever seen that? It's done by.
Asked us this before in the show.
Okay. Yeah. So we're done with this conversation.
Yeah,
then
we're done.
Are we done with Truman Show? Do you remember when Ed TV came out and nobody watched it?
It was around the same year, right?
It was a twin film. Like if we were not doing Jim Carrey,
you're right.
We could have done Ed TV and Truman Show.
Totally.
But
I totally forgot about that, but I remember now
because it's an incredibly forgettable movie.
Who was in it?
I don't know.
Ed
TV. I think it's Matthew McConaughey.
That sounds
it
right.
Might be. He wasn't in like a controlled environment though, right? It was just like they were filming.
They just
his
wanted
life.
to film his life.
Yeah.
Not Red TV. It's not what I want.
So
are you a communist?
I know. Oh.
Jim Carrey's standard paycheck was $20 million, and he accepted $12 million for this one.
Matthew McConaughey.
Only $12 million.
Nailed it. Man, Woody Harrelson, Jenna Elfman, Ellen, Elizabeth Hurley, Martin Landau. We know Martin Landau from the Majestic.
Solid cast.
Dennis Hopper. Where's
the Hoppa, isn't it?
The Hoppa. Get to the Hoppa. Rob Reiner, Clint Howard. Of course, Clint Howard's in it because it's directed by his brother. Michael Moore. Wow, that's really never mind. I'm just naming names now at this point. I want some of those people to be my dad. You got any other factoids?
No, that's all I
don't really like that word.
Down.
Don't even know why I used
Factoid,
it. Don't like it. Don't like it.
You got to push your glasses up when you say that word.
A factoid. Actually.
Yeah.
There were people when we went to go see Taz, there were guys out there yelling. We were watching it and I said like, ugh, there's a nerd behind me. And Corey's like, bro, we're watching a podcast about D&D.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're enjoying a podcast. He's like, this guy's like, yes, but it's a broken spell. It's a broken spell. I don't know why they still use it in 5th edition. It's like, oh no, stop it. Please stop. You're hurting my ears. It's like, that's a nerd. Like, don't talk about broken spells. They just made jokes about farts. Like they're not about following the rules anyway.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Well, the golden rule of role playing is you play your game the way you want to play. The rules are suggestions.
Yes.
If you want to use a broken spell in your game, use that broken spell.
It's story over rules. Always. Yeah. Story over space rules. Yeah, there you go.
It's good.
Hey Donnie, you got any like Majestic quickies?
I do.
Like my under robe.
The Majestic. Low-key zombie flick starring, weirdly enough, half the cast of The Walking Dead.
Is it really?
Yeah. Holly what's her name? Holly
Laurie Holden.
There it is. I knew Holly was his other.
Is she the one that ran the is she the one that ran the diner?
No.
Oh.
She was the love interest.
I haven't watched The Walking Dead.
And then Dale is in it.
So here's the thing about this movie.
Dale from the first season, the old guy that like drove the RV. He was like the mayor.
Oh, yeah, he was. You're right.
And somebody else too, maybe.
No, I was saying Holly because that was his girlfriend that was on Dumb and Dumber. So when he filmed Dumb and Dumber, he started dating. Her name is Lauren Holly, and then this girl is Lori
Holden.
Holden.
Yeah.
Both of their initials are LH, and he dated both of them.
Oh,
In real life or just in the show?
In real life, yeah, in real life.
Oh, really?
And if you look at them like side by side, they look a lot alike.
Home trees.
he's got a type.
Is Jim Carrey attractive? Like, is he an attractive man, or is it?
When he's not being rubber faced, I think he's a handsome man.
I'm curious because like there's certain people like Leo, of course, has always been a sex symbol and everything like that. But like, is
being
he
funny is an attractive quality?
I'm not even. Yes, people say that if that was
saying
true,
if he wasn't funny, would he be attractive?
if you looked at him, just his face, nice, good, not goofy smile, just him doing a headshot, would you think he was handsome? That's I want to know. I'm going to put that poll out on Twitter, on the Twitterverse.
So
this movie was too long.
It was very long.
I actually got really bored watching it.
Did you really?
I did. Not that I did. I like Frank Darabont. Of course, he did Shawshank Redemption. So like, I'm there, and you felt like this was a less rapey Shawshank Redemption. But like, I'm just watching it. And I knew where it was going the whole time, and I had just finished Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
So that. And so, like, they were, to me, they're not even the same league.
This movie was pretty vanilla. We all should have watched it first, I think.
Yeah, I actually wish I would have watched this one
Eternal
first.
Sunshine, it's like, oh, this kind of pales in comparison. Yeah. When I put this episode together, I just remember watching this as a teenager or whatever.
Is it a bad movie? No, it's not a bad movie.
I had to be at least 20, but I remember watching it and just thinking like, oh, that was surprisingly good. This wasn't my type of movie.
This is the real first serious him. This is his first like
straight serious, no comedy.
Yeah.
But it's not that it was a bad movie. It was just like, it was directly after the viewing of Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it
was honestly, I was very bored.
Yeah.
I was
Could have been a little shorter.
2.5 hours.
Cut down.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It was very pat and very feel good, which usually I don't care for, but I really did enjoy this one.
Yeah. Did you guys pick up that was Indy's idol in the Sand Pirates of Sahara?
I did. I'm so glad you pointed out. My thing was that I legit thought that his name was Trumbo, which it was Tribble. That's how they would say it. So when Martin Landau first says it, your name is Luke Trumbo, which Trumbo is one of the blacklisted.
Trimble.
Yeah, it's Trimble. I know it's Trimble. I'm just thinking I had to look it up because I'm like, are they making this a Trumbo movie? Which he was one of the blacklisted writers. He wrote one of the big ones, like Gone with the Wind or something like that. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
But he wrote like one of those big ones after the blacklisted era.
Oh yeah.
Which is not
the Red Scare.
Yeah, after the Red Scare. Man, it's a bummer. It's just like if you were just that whole thing.
Yeah, just something that he did. And he even said it, I was chasing tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many stupid things have we done for a girl? Oh my gosh. I still do them.
Yeah.
How many I have 3 that live with me, and I do stupid stuff for them all the time.
How many witch hunts have we gone on and never learned?
I have burned many witches. They were unclean.
I don't mean us in general. I mean the royal we. Like, just how many times is it going to happen that we just don't learn our freaking lesson?
Right. That's why I said this was a low-key zombie flick. I was being super meta because zombies in Hollywood like typically symbolize conservatives. Because it's a mindless horde that you can't reason with that consumes brain matter.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. So that's like Hollywood's take on conservatives, and they're the bad guys in this one. It's the House Un-American Activities Committee.
Yeah. I like that old man. His eyebrows were on fleek.
Well, yeah, that's Brooks. That's Brooks from Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Which I thought Shawshank Redemption was his last movie. I was unaware.
This was his last movie.
I mean, he could be still alive. He might be a Highlander.
Pretty sure.
No, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
He's got the bowest legs. His little cute little old man walk.
Yeah.
He's got the sweetest face though when he feeds Jinx his raven in his pocket. We've never done Shawshank Redemption. It's a very good movie.
I should point out for counterpoint, like, because any conservatives are listening are probably frothing at the mouth because that's what they do. Hollywood does, like, they do represent.
We're going back.
No. They do represent liberals as well. Like, liberals are usually like vampires symbolize liberals because they're like
sexy.
They're like sexually deviant, drug addicted bohemians that don't have jobs.
The comments of Donny Carr do not express the views of.
No, when you say that, speed up super fast.
That's like a trope.
MSRP.
Vampires are like
So you've heard it here.
Left, zombies
are
right.
Conservatives. Dracula is a liberal.
Yeah. That's just how like that's how they're portrayed, what they symbolize.
So watching this, when the letter gets read from the guy off at war, you recognize the voice?
Oh,
it's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah.
Yeah. This is like a companion piece to Saving Private Ryan.
I mean, you knew it's a bummer, man. I'm so glad he let the dad die thinking that the son was alive.
On that topic.
Yes, that was like don't tell him.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't tell him.
For sure, yeah. Let him die happy.
The scene, okay, I did cry, even though I didn't love this movie.
Real quick, because I brought up Matt Damon.
Okay, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was actually supposed to be cast in this. That's why he did that voiceover. But he chose not to do this project so he could go do Born, the first one.
Good call.
Good call, man.
Yeah, good career move.
Good job. Very, very good job.
Yeah. But then that begs the question, would then Jim Carrey have taken the Born Identity movies?
He would have done this like weird like rubber monkey fighting style. Like weird. I like Jim Carrey.
I know the license plates of every car in the parking lot. Spoken out of his ass.
I would watch that 1,000 times. May I ask you a question? Oh my gosh. Because remember that? Remember that when he was funny in those movies?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, dang.
You were saying something and I cut you off. I'm sorry.
I did saw like a tiny baby when he's like opening up that little lock, that's little safe that he has by his, when he's telling him what kind of a man he is. And he's like describing how like Forrest Gump he is. Like he went in and saved all those men. And he says, and they awarded you the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Puts on his, I love my father too. I love my daddy.
Yeah.
So, but it was good.
Okay.
Martin Lando's got some lips on him.
Which one's Martin Lando?
The dad.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He's an.
Well, when he was naming all those like gods he was talking about, it's like, oh, there was James Cagney and Jimmy Cagney and like he worked with all of them.
Speaking of handsome men, Martin Lando's not one of them.
No.
But in this movie in particular, he's garish looking.
The character who plays the doctor, the doctor.
David Ogden Stiers.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that actor. But this is the only time I think I've ever seen him sans beard.
Yeah.
He has a beard in every role he's ever been in, except for this one. So it actually was kind of like, hey man, what's up with your face?
Yeah.
Where's the whiskers at? It's just funny. Everyone was so sweet in this town.
Yeah.
And it's they saw a lot of hardship and they kept going. And I really want some of those eggs that they were eating at the beginning.
Yeah.
I want those.
Change your life.
Those
sweet clarinet grooves though. Man, they were getting down on some clarinet music.
Beanie me.
On the clarinet.
Then I turned it quickly under, and this movie was amazing. I didn't say I didn't know how to use the clarinet.
Yeah.
I just said never had use for one.
I thought this movie...
Come on. That was funny.
I was only half listening. I'll laugh when I go back and listen to the edit.
Gotcha. That's good.
Put in a Scooby-Doo laugh track like at that point.
Yeah. I thought this movie could have been kind of interesting if they would have maybe cut some of the stuff in the beginning and just actually started from like after the car crash.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
And the audience doesn't know whether he's Luke or not. And then, and then we get through dream sequence and flashbacks, some of the parts from his life before.
Yes, that is how I felt.
I feel like that could have been a little bit better edit.
Yeah, but then like...
Because it was very sad the whole time because you knew he wasn't Luke.
Yeah, we were in on it the whole time.
But then you wouldn't get when they play his movie at the Majestic and then he knows the dialogue.
Absolutely.
You're not going to get that.
There would have been a
way.
workaround. Obviously, there would have had to have been a workaround.
Yeah. Change a few things around. But.
Yeah, that sweet car that he had, the Mercedes.
Right.
Oh, that was. I'm not a car guy.
Sweet life. He was.
I'm not a car guy, but geez Louise, that was beautiful. Beautiful car.
Do cars sink and then float back up again?
Yeah,
that's not a thing.
They wash up. Well, when they start decomposing, the gases bloat them, and then they rise back to the surface.
Hey guys, can we talk about Coolie Thunder some more? I did. So yeah, when he picks up Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
Bruce Campbell making an appearance. That was pretty awesome. Yeah,
it's Bruce Campbell.
He plays the.
There's no people I don't know.
Bruce Campbell was he was the swashbuckler in the movie, the good guy.
Oh, okay, yeah,
he's from Evil Dead and
Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure. Yeah.
And every Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Right. And Burn
I
Notice.
want to see that movie.
Which one?
The Sand Pirates of the Sahara.
I would watch.
Looks pretty interesting.
I would watch that. It looks so good. That goal, but it was what this movie was too. Was a little like Hollywood kind of jerking its own chain. Yeah. When it's like, hey, remember when people go to the movies and how great you felt when you go to the movies?
That's a little too pat. Who
wants to stay at home and watch TV as I'm literally streaming it for free on my phone? Oh man, this is one of those things when like
this movie was funded by Big Theater.
Yeah. No, I'm just like
that would be my biggest complaint. It's a little too like golden age sterilized. Like there's
it was a bit vanilla.
Yeah.
That's why you saw no children in this movie. They were sterilized.
That was a high point.
They all went off to war.
Were there kids in this movie?
Yeah, kids found his wallet in the car.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the only time you see children.
That's like, they don't find kids.
They just hadn't been drafted yet.
Yeah.
The Korean War we went to in the 50s? That's where they all were.
Yeah. Well,
was it Korean?
It was World War II.
It was World War II.
World War II was in the 40s.
Yeah.
That's where all the sons
kids,
went.
Those guys.
I'm saying at this time in the 50s.
I am aware of the timeline of World War II.
Yeah, the current kids were dying in Korea.
Yeah.
No, Chris, World War II was in 1944. No, but what else? There's a character that says you wouldn't know J. Edgar Hoover if he walked in here wearing a dress.
Yes.
So I guess he was known as a crossdresser, or like it was a rumor.
No, it was like legit.
Like he really did crossdress.
The dude was insane. The dude was like great. Yeah. I'm not. You want to wear dresses? Wear dresses. That's you. I'm sure if you look fabulous.
He was one of those like FBI cracked down on homosexuality because he was a closet.
Hoover started the FBI, right?
He didn't start it.
He was like
he was one of the most infamous director.
Yeah, the director.
And 1955. J. Edgar Hoover was head of the FBI. Some say of the whole country. Yeah, he had dirt on everyone.
But dirt that he made up, right? It was all just a lot of it was fabricated. They would come up with files and stuff on like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X and stuff like that. They would make a lot of stuff up.
I was doing The Rock just now, and I hope everyone got that reference.
I didn't because I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good. I think The Rock is the most 90s action movie. Like, if you rolled up the 90s action genre, The Rock is like the pinnacle.
I've seen it maybe once or twice. It's not
Wes from Via VHS just did his 90s tournament during March Madness.
Via VHS?
Via VHS, right, yeah. And he did, he does these cool brackets and everything and has people like vote it down. And the final two, it was Jurassic Park versus Terminator 2.
Oh, nice.
And JP won.
Yeah. Really?
So, yeah. And it was like 51-49. But it was JP versus Clerks and then T2 versus The Matrix is what it was. And anyway, it was a really fun tournament and everything because there's certain times just like voting for like, I love Toy Story so much. Anyway, I look forward to it every year. I think he'll have to do the 2000s now because he did the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
But he always does it during March Madness and it's a good time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can we talk about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah. It's good.
Hey, Donnie. You got any of them there quickies?
I don't remember.
Oh,
nice.
Meta. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Finally, a fun, quirky take on crippling depression.
I loved this movie.
Yeah. Like I said, this is my top
movie's
pick.
fantastic.
It's incredible. Like I had no, I knew almost nothing about this movie.
It's a very powerful love story, and it's like, I feel like no matter what kind of relationship you're in, you can like relate to something that they went through, and it's like it's heartbreaking. I like my love stories to be like kind of like heartbreaking like that, where it's like
I mean I don't want the heartbreak, but I just found the whole process.
I feel like you can connect with it more, but
weirdly, this was a realistic love story
for sure.
Setting aside the memory blasting,
yeah. You do the whole
bits.
thing because like the thing is most of the time in a relationship you either break up or you get married. For forever. There's only be in a relationship. No, I'm just saying like
oversimplifying that.
No, but I'm just saying though that like you there's two things. You break up or you stay together. That's it. And so most movies only focus on the stay togethers.
Yeah.
People break up and sometimes they get back together and then they break up and they get back together. It was brilliant. I definitely would have dated neither of these people. I would have dated neither of them.
They both. That's what they've made some real characters here. Like,
Yes,
he's
for sure.
Just like so cripplingly like timid and insecure.
And nice.
And he's
just
just
nice.
Yeah, he definitely is nice.
That's the thing
but he's
in the
very
movie.
insecure.
Oh, for sure.
That's what a lot of their problems were is his insecurity. Because she's such a forward and kind of like outgoing person.
She's super impulsive.
Very impulsive.
Yeah.
In that makes somebody like him he can't feel comfortable. That's why he was constantly like, oh, who are you out fucking? You know what I mean? Like, just came home late, dude. Like, why you got to jump to the worst
Kind of
possible thing?
wrecked your car.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that would piss me off. Yeah, that would really make me upset.
This, I was noticing, because this is the second time I'd seen it. This movie isn't like an hour and 45 minutes long. Like an hour and 10 minutes is in his head.
Yes.
Like most of this movie
in his
is
head, yeah.
going
Crazy.
through his
You get
memories.
the first like maybe 10 minutes that's actually like happening to set it all up.
Yeah.
And then you get all the stuff in his head. So this was the first time you were watching it, Chris.
I've never seen it before.
Did you understand what was happening
Yes.
right away?
Yeah.
That they had already had their memories erased and that was their
I mean, I got it once they started.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is actually the end.
Yeah.
You get it pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated. It's like when we're watching Inception.
Yeah.
As long as you're paying attention,
Yeah.
it's all there for you.
Yeah.
The
Very
ending,
cool visually though.
like when they're doing it with just the handheld camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And most of this was practically done. So like in the scenes where like he would be in a room watching a memory of himself, like laying in a chair with a thing around his head. As the camera would move around, he'd hop up, put a jacket on, and be one, and then he'd get back down, get back on the bed,
so good.
and move back and forth. He did it all mostly practically.
Wow.
So it's Michael Gondry, who I know mostly from doing really cool music videos. So
Yeah.
Kudos. And Charlie Kaufman, who's
Yeah,
known
Charlie
for being
Kaufman.
hilarious. He's
Yeah.
related to Andy Kaufman. and which Jim Carrey, of course, did Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
So, full circle there.
We never, we didn't do Being John Malkovich on the,
No,
Have we?
which is a great movie too.
yeah.
I
Charlie
find
Kaufman's,
it
like his niche is weird
yeah,
mind stuff.
I like
Yeah,
this way
but really
more.
good.
I like this way more than being John Malkovich.
On par for me, but
I
yeah.
found John Malkovich to be actually a little. I found it really sad. Being John Malkovich.
super sad.
I know,
Both
but
of
I'm
these
saying-
movies are super sad.
No,
although
but like this one was. You could interpret the ending to be hopeful
it is a little hopeful.
because the ending is.
Hopeful for some.
Yeah, that's it.
Not for Kirsten Dunst.
Oh my gosh! Why would you let her go back to work for you?
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
mother frickin' Elijah Wood.
What a creep.
Burn in hell.
Yeah, that
he
dude's
is the
awful.
We have done some horrible characters on this.
Yeah.
We've got the people from Green Mile. We've done Commodus from Gladiator. We've done some despicable human beings. Elijah Wood takes the absolute cake because we know people like him that would do this crap.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I've never had a girlfriend before. Like, well, I could do this.
He's
and then
so
like,
pathetic too when he's
Oh
like
my
when he's like trying
gosh.
to tell Ruffalo he's like, yeah, my girl, and he's like, did I tell you I have a girlfriend? Like, it's just like, shut up, dude.
I
and
love-
Mark Ruffalo could not care less. He's
baby Mark Ruffalo too.
Yeah.
His tiny little face.
But I love these like triangles that they create where like Mark Ruffalo's really into
Mary.
Yeah, Mary, but she's really into the doctor.
Svovo.
Yeah, it's funny how like everybody's like in love with
Svevo.
somebody else.
Stavo. I just remember it was multiple V's.
Yeah.
The doctor.
No, Kirsten Dunst.
So and like
character.
he knows what's up, right? Because when the doctor shows up and she's like talking to him, he's like, I'm gonna go out and get some air.
he suspected.
Yeah.
I actually did believe him. I believed in what
the
he was
end when
saying.
he says,
Yeah.
like, I saw
I believe him because there's really was
Yeah.
no reason for him to lie.
Yeah.
Really, there wasn't. And he even told her, like, I really like you. Because I do. I really like you. Tom Wilkerson, though, piece of monkey garbage.
That's the doctor.
That's the doctor, yeah. I love that actor. He's British, and he always does these American accents. And all his American accents are always a little like this, up a little high. Well, they're in Canada. They're in Montauk.
Yeah.
I love that you're in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. David
and-
Cross.
That just added to the weird mind twistiness for
the
me.
funniest thing is the first line he says is, "You guys want to smoke a joint?" So like, well, I mean, why is Donnie in this movie? And so it's so good.
They're building the birdhouse. And she's like, do you have to do this right now? He's
I'm
just like,
building a birdhouse.
That's how I knew it wasn't
so
Donnie. That's how I knew it wasn't
dysfunctional
Donnie.
and toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
But they're still together, and neither of them have had that procedure, so something's working for them.
I do you guys think it was
Just being together is not working necessarily.
I mean, the plane didn't.
Well, in Chris's
I
binary
didn't
world,
crash.
where you're either together or you're broken
Yeah.
up.
No,
I guess
no.
they're winning.
No,
Huh?
the thing is, no. I'm just saying that's how every relationship is. Either it ends with you're dying, or you break up. I'm just saying like that is it. I'm not saying whether there's a spectrum of happiness.
That's like saying water's wet. I mean, you're not really saying anything profound there, Chris.
No, I understand though. Is that the movies focus so often on the people that stay together?
You're in two states. You're either having sex or you're not. Like that's just the two states.
You're not wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Of course I'm not.
I am simplifying
saying-
it. I'm simplifying it because Hollywood focuses on the people that stay together, not the breakups.
No,
in a
for
real
sure.
way.
For sure. They
Make somebody like whenever they're doing the breakup, someone's the villain. Well, it's not really. That's not always how it is.
That's
And
not
like-
always true.
Romantic comedies are always like
Kramer versus
and then
Kramer.
they lived happily ever after.
Right.
It's like no, like there's a real relationship that
or
has to
there's
happen
the dick boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like no, Jolie. Ooh, I did not like it when they said Jolie. That actually bothered me a lot. And then Clem, which is an adorable name by the way. Like I think it's super cute. And but they both had a lot of flaws and a lot of really positive things going on with them. And it's like, do they mix? Maybe.
I definitely think both those characters had more flaws than the average person. And that's why their relationship was almost like doomed to fail, but they had this inexplicable attraction to each other.
You feel bad for Naomi, wherever Naomi
It was almost
is.
as if like they were like fated to be together.
Yeah.
Because as soon as their memories were erased, like the one thing
They
they wanted to do is just
immediately-
like ditch work and get out of here and go somewhere. And they
Go up
always
to
just kept going
Montauk.
up to Montauk.
Yeah.
Which looks like a miserable beach.
Yeah.
It looks cold and like just
Well, also,
just awful.
I think, where is Montauk? Is it in the Scotia?
Upstate.
Are we doing a Nova Scotia repeat right now? We could, huh? Let's see. Montauk. I really should have listened to this beforehand.
Well, while you're looking that up, Kate Winslet actually says that this is her favorite performance since we had that.
She
on the
did
last one.
really good. It's in New York.
Yeah. It's in
The
New York?
village at the east end of the Long Island Peninsula.
Okay.
I really thought they were in the Kenyatta.
No.
Remember when you passed Kenyatta Road on the way to San Jose?
Yeah.
Dan Joe's.
San Jose. It's
Yeah.
with
It was
the tilde.
Canada, but spelled with tilde. Yeah.
Kenyatta. No, she's incredible in it.
Yeah.
And what it was so funny is because we just did Inception 2. So we had the fake memory of some of the love
Yeah.
Yeah.
in with Maul and then with Clem and vice versa.
That
And
was putting memories in. This was taking memories out.
yeah. The best line in the whole movie is he says, Is there any possibility of brain damage? He says, well, I mean,
Technically, the process is brain damage.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious when he goes to his mom's house. When he goes to the mom's house, he wants the cookie. I just want her to hold me.
Yeah.
Just like the feeling is
Again,
so
with the
strong.
effects,
Oh,
that
so
wasn't digital.
good.
That was all forced
Yeah,
perspective.
it was brilliant. You could totally tell.
Yeah.
But and I'm in the bathtub. I love getting clean in the
Yeah.
sink.
This movie went to a lot of really fun places. Visually was really cool.
Yeah.
Again with the effects, like some of the stuff, like where he's talking to her and like he turns around and she's gone.
Yeah.
Like that was like legit. Like I guess they didn't tell Jim Carrey they were going to do that. So like his surprise, he was like, Kate, like
Yeah.
she actually just like disappeared, like moved off the camera and hid behind something to surprise him.
When you look down and you saw my panties and you wanted to have sex with me. Look, I'm still wearing them. You're okay. It
Yeah.
was really funny.
I like stuff like that too because like that
It's all real. It's all really real.
relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, those feel like really grounded characters. It's not Hollywood relationships.
Well, we all have those weird, stupid things that only you understand that are funny. Like that scene when like they're smothering each other with the pillow.
yeah.
And then just like,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he's like grabbing her butt, grabbing her boobs. But it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now next time, now you do me.
Yeah.
And it's like out of context, that makes no sense. But you know that there was some stream of consciousness conversation that they
For
were
sure.
having with each other that led to that only makes sense when you're with somebody 24/7.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It made you really like. You just really wanted them to make it. You know what I mean? You wanted like the
I
relationship because
didn't.
they had.
I
some
didn't
really
want them
happy
to
times.
make it. I
No?
didn't want them to make
I
it.
did because I felt like they had some really happy memories. But like every relationship sort of has that like that new relationship.
But they were
energy where
so unhappy at the end.
Well, no.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, every relationship had like that new relationship energy where everything is like fun and exciting and you're getting to know that person. And then you sort of plateau and you're comfortable and everything just works. And you want to extend that as long as possible because then at some point it will taper off. And like they had some really bad, toxic sort of tapering off of their relationship.
They had no coping mechanisms,
you
which is why
forget about all the good times.
they, instead of coping with it like a real human, they erased it.
Well, if you're not evolving and
She
like
did, and then he got
changing
hurt.
over time, then your relationship is not going to last. But
For sure.
I mean, at the end, both of them knowing that they went through this process, both of them listening to those horrible tapes.
Yeah.
I actually was laughing my head off.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
But I
'cause,
mean,
like,
knowing those things going forward, she could be a little less impulsive.
Exactly.
He could be a little less
there's
timid,
subconscious-
a little less
that thought
boring.
exactly. I was
Like,
having that thought about like that was probably the best scenario because they're supposed to be like they're alluding to like this has happened like multiple times.
See,
and there was one version of the script where they actually were going to show her as an old woman going in, and you were going to see like all these instances where she had him erased over and over again, and they just keep getting stuck in this cycle. But with this ending, I feel like it's more hopeful because they can break it now.
Yeah.
Because she hears how he will eventually feel about her. And so now she knows his insecurity, and so she can just be like, you know what, maybe I'll just communicate a little bit more, so he knows that I'm not out.
all
fucking
about
somebody
communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't think, okay, there's an argument to be made that this is not their first rodeo. Okay. I think that there was only one that we saw.
Yeah.
There was only one memory wipe.
I agree. I think that's how the ultimate movie ended up being. But
Okay,
there was-
okay. I'm
but there
sorry.
was
I
this
thought you
idea
said
that-
something
that
different.
They played with where it was an earlier version of the script where
Gotcha,
they were going
gotcha.
to show this final scene of her as an old woman.
Now, the ending, they do show them at Montauk multiple times from the same perspective. And I don't know if that was just an artistic choice or if it was that they kept doing it and doing it and doing it, or it's just like indicative of their relationship that they are doomed to repeat themselves. I think that they actually grow because somewhere in their subconscious, they still knew who each other's were. That's why Clem was freaking out so much
Yeah.
with Patrick.
she was
Because
freaking out,
All those memories didn't belong.
knowing
with Patrick.
that was wrong. And inside his own mind, she's very like her in his mind is very strong and independent and
Yes,
almost
yes.
sentient itself. Like they're linked.
Yeah. No, they
Yeah.
know each other so.
Like I thought it was weird that like how helpful and aware and strong
because he knew her so well.
the piece of her. I mean, I guess it's all him.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
It's just projection.
Well, a lot of her impulsiveness is tied to when she's not in a relationship. Like she's obviously a healthier person when she's in a relationship, and that's why he had those solid memories of her being so put together because that was from their happy memories together. When you see her when she's frantic, it's usually when she's either at the end of a bad relationship or single, and Patrick's trying to show up and stealing her panties. What a fucking
Oh my gosh.
freak!
And obviously they wrote that character. to
They
be
were
the
clean.
Oh, I know, man.
I don't.
We
get the fascination
all-
with panties. I don't understand it.
It's underwear.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You fart into them.
But I think that's what some
Yeah,
that's what they're
you know
into
what?
is they're into dirty
Patrick
panties.
is Patrick's that.
Yeah, he's definitely that.
Hey,
Something broken.
Tangerine. Her hair wasn't even orange at the time.
Yeah.
You piece of.
Well, clearly he doesn't know
I
how
know.
to actually interact with human beings. Like that's why he doesn't get that. That's
I don't
weird.
think Mary likes me. Yeah, bro. You pick it up on that?
He's carrying around a backpack of like stuff. Like, let me see. Oh, I got you this gift. He has no idea what's in that gift.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was something very personal between the other relationship.
And that's why she was. I had the best part. Get away from me, Patrick.
Yes, I love
I was
that
like,
part.
thank you, Jesus.
Just get away from me. Yeah.
Who's good? Knock on the door. Can I help you with something? I don't know what that means.
It reminded me like when they were laying on the ice, when Patrick and her were laying on
Ooh,
the ice.
no, don't lay on the ice. The ice was freaky.
Yeah.
There was a crack running through the middle of it.
A large crack.
Yes.
But when he's doing that and he's like, I'm very happy right now. It reminded me of like Groundhog Day when he's trying to recreate like
Yes.
that natural moment.
I love
And
kids.
He's getting in close.
I want 100 of them. That's so true. There was a very groundhogish feel to this.
Well, I guess repeating things.
You're kind of repeating and
yeah.
no, just like the memory and trying to deal with certain things. So no, not that there wasn't really any repeating other than just when he would repeat a line from a memory.
Well, it's like we saw it happen, and then we saw like a memory of it, and then we saw sort of a recreation of a memory. Like it was a lot of different versions of
What was up?
similar scenes.
I didn't catch it because I watched this on my phone. What was up with Patrick's eyes, Elijah Wood? What was with? Are they upside down or something? There was a scene where they panned to him.
Oh well, they wouldn't show his face.
I know, they wouldn't
because
show his face 'cause he hadn't seen him.
He hadn't seen him. He didn't have a memory of him.
But there was a scene when they panned to him when like
They were upside down. Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Or sideways or something?
I think they were upside down.
I just
I'm sorry. I just think every time I hear that, I think of Donnie's joke about Chinese women's vaginas.
Oh my God. What episode did we do that on?
I don't remember.
I brought that up on our trip to San Jose, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was Donnie that originated that one? And I thought it was being funny.
I think that's from Deadwood. Don't they like?
I haven't seen Deadwood.
I haven't either. It's back on HBO now, I guess.
They're making a movie.
Are they?
Good.
6 seasons in a movie.
What? 6
Lord,
seasons.
oh, my grandpa's back.
6 seasons of what?
I don't know. It's a thing from Community.
Oh, okay.
You say 6 seasons in a movie.
Deadwood was only 2 seasons.
I know. It shows how
Or
much I know
3
about
or
Deadwood. I have
something, I don't
no
know.
idea what Deadwood. It's
awesome. It's worth watching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. It's got Ian McShane in it, right?
Yep.
And it's got
Timothy Oliphant.
I think Paul F. Tompkins is in it. I know everyone's in it. I like.
Yeah.
We were watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, me and the girls, and Walton Goggins is in it, and he's incredible in it. Have you watched it?
Oh yeah.
okay,
We saw it in theater.
He's so good in it. And then
Yeah.
he was in something else recently where it's just like, man, I have developed an appreciation for Googins.
I'm actually sitting here right now, and I legitimately cannot recall if his name is actually Walton Goggins, because you
Yes, I
always
know.
mess it
Yeah.
up. You mess it up so many times. I'm like, I forgot what his real
Waldo
name is.
Garbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do definitely have a propensity for messing up people's names.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. It's an incredible film. So at least I was telling you earlier off air, at least hasn't seen it. I really want her to watch it now.
Yeah.
I did watch this. I tell you guys, I don't watch these movies all at once.
This is the one of the 3 that I wanted April to watch. So we might, after we catch up on Game of Thrones, we might go back and watch it.
I don't know if I want to watch it again right now, but I do want her to talk about it.
I can watch it again.
I did it with Annihilation when we talked about. I watched it and I told her like, "Gosh, I really want to talk to you about this. Can you please watch Annihilation?"
Yeah.
And then just so rarely we watch an actual we sit down and have a movie time. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. Move on.
Great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
Hilarious movie. I love it about loss and everything. I don't need to go into we don't need to talk about the themes of growing from mistake. Anyway, yeah, we're good. Okay.
It's good.
More Gooder Than is proud to be sponsored by Range Outdoors. Range provides high quality and stylish apparel for people who want to, as they put it, go be free. They are a group of fishermen, climbers, backpackers, hunters, mountain bikers, and outdoor enthusiasts that want to help conserve and protect the environment they love for our future generations. They give their time and donate a portion of proceeds to conservation efforts. Head to range-outdoors.myshopify.com to check out their entire catalog.
It's good.
It's time to move on to our newest segment. New meaning we've done it 15 episodes. Subjectively Gooder, where we decide if these movies are better than the last episode's movies.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's hard.
You're gonna have to remind me what we did last.
Titanic, Inception, and I am going to say that the Leo episode was better.
The Leo episode was
but
better. Yeah.
not by much, because Inception and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are actually really close.
Yeah, both modern classics.
Yeah. But I think
Titanic is.
I think I like Titanic more than Truman Show.
Sure, yeah.
And Majestic. I didn't love it, and I was pleasantly surprised by Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the former.
But
episode.
this is the closest it's ever been.
Probably.
I'm on the fence. I don't know.
Donnie can't decide.
Yeah.
No, you don't get this out.
I don't have to. You can't make me.
I'm gonna erase your brain. I got the stuff in the closet right there.
If you want to erase my brain, just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm almost as bad as Corey.
Well,
Almost.
that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. It's good.
We don't declare each other the winner here at MGT. That's for you, the Twitter poll, and the House Un-American Activities Committee to decide. F those guys. But we do think someone should win or lose, so we have good or bad or fugly just for that reason. You guys got winners?
Shoot, I have one written down that I wrote originally, and this morning when I was brushing my teeth, I thought of a much better one. And
Good job on your oral care.
Forgot it. So
I said Luke Trimble.
yeah,
1,000% Luke Trimble.
yeah,
I know that's not his real name, but
Is the winner?
because his legacy.
I think he wins. No, the character, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was gonna be my winner.
Okay.
Peter
Benchley.
Appleby or something.
Peter
I don't
Benchley. I just call him Luke the whole time. Alfred Luke.
So Jim Carrey's actual character, like Joel Barish.
Not Joel.
know. No, from the Majestic.
From the Majestic.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. From Majestic, Peter Appleton. You're right.
Yeah, Peter Appleby. Luke Trimble. He gets to live an idyllic life in that town, and
Where
and
everybody loves
him, and
Everybody knows your name.
Luke.
Even the guy
Good
that
show.
punched him, like that resolved okay.
He grew and had a chance to look at his life from the outside, which is what all amnesia movies are about, as you know, from Bourne and everything. Yeah, you get to decide what kind of person you want to be from an objective standpoint. Anyway, I think he wins.
So the winner I wrote down was Adele Stanton.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably would not have become a lawyer at that time in history, because not alone.
She would have been married at like 17.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if Luke
Right,
would've-
yeah, you're right,
If
yeah.
Luke would have lived, she probably wouldn't have become a lawyer, right? But because he died, she was inspired to become a lawyer. So now she's got this great career ahead of her,
Right.
and she still kind of gets to keep Luke.
It's
like she gets
in a way,
look-alike,
yeah. It's
so-
not normal for sure.
Yeah.
There's some weirdness there.
Yeah, but she gets him back.
Yeah.
She lost her love, and she kind of gets him back in a way.
You could say that the
So she
dad
wins.
one too, because like
He got to die happy.
he gets
Yeah.
to die literally with his. Oh, I could cry. I could cry right now. It's the scene when he is.
I'm not ready to say goodbye.
No, but like the scene when he when he falls asleep on the couch and the dad just like takes his shoes off,
covers
puts
him
the
up with a
cover on the
blanket.
It's just like, oh my gosh. Like he's an old man, his son's a full grown man, and like, yeah, no matter what, it's your baby. And you're just like, yeah. Anyway, the scenes with the dad were really touching. They really, really were. But
If you
anyway,
get past those giant lips.
they're beautiful. I mean, man, the kiss. That
He
guy
looked
could lay
like
on.
a Lovecraftian, like a fish man.
Right? Like swollen. Like
I'm
sea-swollen
from the
lips.
towns of Innsmouth.
Yeah, a deep one hybrid from Innsmouth.
That's so funny. What's your guys' loser?
The Patients of Lacuna Inc.
Yes.
They literally lost their memories.
Do you think it was right of Mary to send out all the tapes? I don't think it was. I actually think that's a huge breach of trust.
Mary
For
is
sure.
my loser.
Mine was Clementine, because she had to be with freaking Patrick for a week.
She lost her panties to him.
Like, do you think he stole the stripy ones from the dreams? Probably.
Probably.
Freak. What a freak. No, Clementine. She had to be. She
But no-
had to be near that character.
But
Troll.
she can move forward. Like Mary is broken.
I know, it's really sad.
Like Clementine she's knowing what she knows, can now move forward.
Why anybody was like, cool, yeah, you can come back to work. This isn't going to be an issue.
That's weird. Although, well, the other thing why I would say Mary's my loser, like her tape, she's like, well, talking to the doctor, I'm in love with you. She's like, I don't know about this. And he says, we decided this is what was best. So like, she didn't even want to do the memory thing. So yeah, he's a
there's
monster.
There's a lot of monsters in this. Patrick and the doc were like,
yeah.
like in cahoots.
Well, why do you assume that when he says we decided that was his
That's
idea?
just like he doesn't get a memory wipe. She
Yeah.
has to be the one to get it.
So when he says,
Well,
remember, we decided this was best.
It's very
Yeah, but I don't-
Shouldn't be any
think-
we decided about it. If you're going to get your memory right, that should be your decision, not no we shit.
But
it was
he has to perform the memory.
there
wipe.
was a sinister undertone to it too. I was
Yeah.
pushing
Sure.
it.
You know,
yeah.
I agree with you. But,
Yeah.
But I mean, she might have decided that that's what she wanted because she wanted to forget about him. Like just knowing
so
the
that
work
she
he
could keep
does.
working there. That
Yeah, he
no,
he
it
should
was
have-
all wrong.
He should have erased her entire employment there and then just set her up with another job somewhere else.
anything else
Yeah.
than what the actual situation was.
Yeah.
Like literally anything
Yeah.
else. He should have done the right thing and just like all rich old white men do. They kill their mistresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you do this? So
Yeah.
much more tidy.
I can't
Problem
remember if it was in the
solved.
movie or something that I read about, but like, was there like that they got pregnant?
No, I didn't
That
get-
wasn't in the movie.
That was in
okay,
the movie.
that was something I read about. That was going to be like there was a scene about that where like they had gotten pregnant and then they had an abortion. Like I guess he forced her to have an abortion and then she felt horrible about it. And
Yeah.
that's why she wanted it.
He was
erased.
already a monster. Then he was going to be super
Yeah.
monster.
They wanted to make him redeemable, I guess.
yeah. I guess any fugglies?
I didn't
Patrick.
have any fuglies. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, now Patrick's lip.
Patrick was my fugly too. F that guy. I mean, there was no spit in this, so we were good on that. No spit.
Yeah.
That's about it. That weird little like magazine cutout portrait that he had of the true love of his life
Sylvia.
in Truman. Yeah, in Truman's Show. Like that wasn't great.
Abomination, yeah.
That wasn't great. Like, oh yeah. Ooh, I like this. Ooh la la.
It was
Ooh la
weird,
la.
but I liked when he would be working on that and Sylvia would be watching and like knowing that he's still got those
Yeah,
feelings.
my question though is like, is that something that she was flattered by, or like, okay, this is a little weird.
No,
that
she
he's
was into it.
obsessed with
Yeah.
me after all these
She
years.
definitely dug it because she knew that she was the true love.
She was like an SJ Dub. She wanted to free the Truman.
For sure.
And like,
I think you're right. I think she probably was flattered.
I've
because
never
that
heard
was a real connection.
SJW starting out to SJ Dub. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
she was the one, like they had a real genuine connection. Everything else was fabricated. And so
Yeah.
she felt like that was the truest that he ever got to be. True man. True man, but he was living a fake life.
you've cracked the code.
I have
Oh my gosh!
cracked it.
Did you did it? You solved the Truman puzzle.
His last name, you know what, was Burbank? Because that's where like a lot of like television shows.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
were filmed. Yeah, and that's where that giant studio was in Burbank.
That and the Great Wall of China are the two man-made structures visible from space.
I did like how they cut to that and did like the interview and that guy, like the not an analyst, but like the host or whatever.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. I like that.
I've seen that actor
when they did
before.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good stuff. It's great. It's very. Other than the 4-hour Majestic, it was a very easy
You like
movie
that episode?
to prep for. All of our episodes since the Mike and Morgan episode have been pretty easy to prep for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You really-
I thoroughly enjoed all these movies.
Me too. I'm very glad I've seen Eternal Sunshine. Like,
Right.
it's
I'm glad you've seen it too.
grateful. Thanks, man.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So I got you to see Eternal Sunshine, which changed your life. I got you to see Pandorum, which changed your life.
Oh, changed my life.
My job here is complete.
So, with that note, that's going to do it for us, the MGT Recording Bunker. I got the hiccups now. We really appreciate you rating, reviewing, and subscribing to
I'm
the
not
podcast.
kissing you to get rid of your hiccups.
Kiss me in the kiss me with your Martin Landau lips.
Did that ever come back? Why did they introduce that in the first place?
It was a little weird, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
right. I thought you're not supposed to introduce anything in a movie unless you're going to come back to it. Was it
This is
Schrodinger's
Majestic.
gun? What's it called?
That's Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun.
It's
There it is.
Chekhov's hiccups. Chekhov's hiccups.
There's all these like this. What is Schrodinger?
That's 2 episodes in a
Schrodinger's cat. Never mind. Okay.
Schrodinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 Chekhov references in a row in our episode. That's good stuff.
Check that off our list.
We really see exactly. Yeah, you remember.
Boom.
We'd really appreciate you rating, reviewing, and subscribing to the podcast instead of just like randomly listening to it. Hit the subscribe button. It's so much easier. And then rate us, whatever. If you think you know anyone who'd like our show, tell them about us. Please follow us on Twitter at MGT Podcast or on Instagram and Facebook at More Gooder Than. Call the hotline at 661-489-7323. Email us at moregooderthan@gmail.com and visit the website mgtpodcast.com where you can support us via Patreon like our great and powerful sponsors, Nan and David. And the rest of the Sacred Grove. You can also visit our actual sponsors page and purchase an item from Range Outdoors. You ready, Corey? Go. Be free. While there, you can buy a nice...
Pair of panties. It's cool. They're clean.
Nailed it. Got in one. With our logo on it. There is underwear with our logo on it on our merch page. There actually is.
Yeah, you actually can get that.
Yeah, you can't get it. They're clean. Don't worry. MG's logo designed by Mary Madewell. Home Tree logo designed by Nan Nicholson. And of course, we're a proud member of the Podfix Network. Follow us at Podfix on Twitter and visit the website podfixnetwork.com. And of course, you can catch Donnie on the Crit Storm podcast, which costs $10 per episode to listen to. Got to pay for that. The Crit Storm. I'm kidding. It's free. And in case I don't see you.
It's not your movie, you jackass.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to erase you.
Yeah, go ahead. Say
In
it.
case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
It's bye from Corey. And bye from me, Chris, and Donnie.
I can't remember a line from the Majestic.
There you go. Good job, guys.
I have amnesia. That's why.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.